Welcome everyone here to the Smash Court Show right here on Smash FM. We're out here at Chicago here and of course on our way to Minnesota, but let's go down to Houston, Texas, which has been with the HCU women's basketball team who are getting ready for their first non-conference play, which starts on Tuesday against TCU. Of course, we've got two very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about it. Thanks both for joining us. I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and obviously what year are both of you currently on?
Okay. I'm Amy Cotton. I'm currently a senior here.
I'm Yasmin Butler and I'm a junior.
The preparation's been like for the first game at TCU.
It's been tough. We've been running a lot, but we're just working through it, trying to do what we can to make sure that we can play like good within ourselves, because it's definitely a big team to go against.
I mean, like we've been doing like a lot of scouting. Like we've had the guys, like the scout team, come in and, you know, be like them, so we can like prepare and handle what they like give us.
Expectations on this Huskies team going into the 24-25 season?
Well, actually, funny you say that. There is not, from other people, there is no expectation from us at all. Because I don't know if you saw the preseason, yeah, they ranked us last, which we take that and use it as fire for ourselves to have a good season, because I think they've definitely done us wrong there for sure.
I think within ourselves, when it comes to conference, we're gonna go better than they expect.
Yeah.
Glad you've answered that one because I was just when I read that I was a bit stunned by that. I was like, really, last?
Yeah.
I guess, how did the team read that, and is that fuel for motivation going into this coming season?
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to use that as motivation coming into our season, because I think like all of us were shocked. Like even the coaches were shocked that we were picked last. So we're just going to use that and take that into the 2024-2025 season.
Tell us a couple of the freshmen that you have on the team this current season.
Madeline Davis. She's a gun shooter. She's quick and she's actually quite tall actually.
Yeah,
for a guy, but she's a lovely girl. Kendall's big. She's 4'5". She's strong. Just pushing me around the post anyway. And then Mariah's out at the moment. She's got a bit of foot trouble, but she's she's an
in-betweener, like a 3-4.
Yeah, she's just like a fundamental player. She's just aggressive, rebounder, just plays the game really well.
Tell us also about your coaching staff this year.
So we've had I think we've had a bit of coaching staff changes this year. So we've lost Coach Grace. She's gone to coach at Troy. So we've added in Coach DJ. She's come in, and Coach Miles has come in. I'm not sure. Do you know where Coach DJ is from? Coach DJ, I think, comes from I can't remember where she comes from, but Coach Miles, he comes in. He was the video coordinator at the Dallas Wings. So having him on our team is going to be good. Like having him around.
A fresh perspective. Yeah.
Amy, being your senior year, now typically that is the last year of college before you finish, but obviously I think you came in during the COVID year. Are you hoping to stay another year?
So I actually don't get another year. I missed that COVID window, but last year I was injured for the majority of the season, so I'm fighting to get a red shirt at the moment. So it's still up in the air whether this is my last year or not. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
If this ends up being your last year, Amy, I guess, do you have any future ambitions like beyond this current season?
Depending on how my body holds up, because she's a bit tired. I would like to continue playing afterwards, like somewhere maybe in Europe. But if that's not the case, like I want to end up coaching over here, starting off as a GA and then yeah, becoming a coach.
Sorry, Yasmin, I will get to you in a minute. But okay, so Constantine, you mentioned about coaching over here and obviously or playing in Europe. Any chances of coming home at all to Australia?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what the future holds for me, so we take it one day at a time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, Yasmin, I will get to you now. Now, you do have another year as well, obviously being a junior. What's your future ambitions beyond next year? I know we'll want to obviously talk about the here and now, but do you have anything similar beyond next year?
So I'm gonna do the same and see how my body holds up, but see if anything pops up in Europe, just because yeah, I want to go somewhere else in the world. But I would probably come back home if not. I might just play some basketball there, but I'm not sure where it's gonna take me. Yeah, I haven't thought about it much.
Both your second or third year together?
Second year together.
Second. So I need to ask both of you then, what have both of you learnt from each other and how could you still have that Aussie connection, especially being so far away from home?
What have I learnt from Amy? I've learnt a lot from Amy on and off the court. Honestly, she was out last year, so it's been tougher, but it's been great to see her come back. Like that's a big drive, like for me as well, to just support her. But it's just been great to have we were friends really instantly. So it's been great to have that connection.
What I've learned from Yaz is like a lot of things, but like the main thing I'd say is like definitely staying positive and like, as you can see, laughing through it all. Like because for me, like I can become like negative, like not just on the court but off the court as well, but like just having that like positive person around like helps me stay positive too sometimes. And like I've just enjoyed having her around because like you always miss home, so having like a piece of like your home, not that Sydney's like or New South Wales is the best state, having that like around is always is nice. It's definitely needed, I think.
Obviously, what would be a highlight being together?
So on the court we haven't actually really had any time together because when I was playing, you were like, Yaz was kind of sick and coming back from stuff, and then once Yaz was coming back from playing, like that's when I hurt my foot and everything. So we haven't really had like
much crossover in the court.
Yeah,
Off
but
the court.
off the court, I think like just I don't know, yeah.
We just like live together.
We
are together all the time. Like it's all good. But
yeah,
it's all great.
Yasmin, I have to ask, obviously, being a junior, what will be a highlight throughout your college journey so far?
I think the best like choice I've made is I came to Houston, obviously from a JUCO in North Dakota. Like it's been just being here, the difference, like the harder training, like it's all just been like great to just be here and learn at a higher level, like to be exposed to more like basketball that I have been before.
And I'm assuming you're making the right decision considering you've gone from cold North Dakota to Texas.
Oh yeah, better suited here.
Now, Amy, you're from North Adelaide, in the beautiful part of South Australia. What have they helped you regarding to, your basketball journey up to this point?
I feel like they've developed me like a lot, not only on the court but off the court. On the court, they've helped me like develop my skills, like become more like increase my basketball IQ and like discipline, like on and off the court. Like I think that I've become like more disciplined, not cutting corners, like especially in like in basketball and in school and like everyday life. Like I think that's something that they really like love to teach us here, is to be disciplined and like make sure that you're keeping up with your stuff and like not falling behind in or anything, because like in life, like you won't have people like they're pushing you the whole way. Like it is all on you at the end of the day.
And of course, Yasmin, you're from the beautiful part of New South Wales and Wollongong in the Illawarra region. Similar question.
So obviously that's where I got into basketball. I got in kind of late. They just taught me like I love the game. They brought me into a great environment and like introduced me really to like a proper team sport. And I just have loved being part of a team ever since. Like just going through the program there with the girls and everything, like they just made me love the game more. And it obviously ended up that I'm over here, so it must have worked. Like they just got me into it and I haven't looked back.
What does the sport of basketball mean to you, and especially being in HCU?
Well, for me, like I've always loved basketball ever since like my dad introduced me and put a ball in my hands. I've always loved basketball, and I think coming here, it's only grown. They've definitely taught me like how to work like harder to get to like that next level, of like whether that be going back home and playing at a higher level or going to Europe and playing at a higher level, like what it takes to like reach like higher goals.
And basketball to me, it's always been like opportunities. Like it got me obviously over here, it's got me in education. It gets me in touch with amazing people and coaches to like teach me new things on and off the court. It's just always been like, it's been a great part to just like help me grow as a person. And I get to play a sport that I love. So yeah.
Amy, you're listed as the forward. Do you have a preferred position, or do you prefer to stay in the forward position?
See, if I was given the opportunity, I would be a point guard. But being on the taller side and the slower side, I'm not given that opportunity, so I have to stay where I'm at.
Okay, so Yasmin, you're a centre on that team. Do you have a similar question to you?
Nope, I'm happy where I am. I like my job. I like to defend people. I'm just happy where I am. I don't need to, yeah. I would love to grow and change, but I am happy as a centre.
Not a point guard like Amy?
No, not quite. Not quite for me.
I don't think I asked this question when I had Brophy on the show last, but tell us how important your family and parents been throughout this journey.
For me, that being like really big, like I think obviously you need a support system here, but having a support system back home has been like really helpful, because like the people here don't know you like your family know you back home. So I think like being able to like call them, message them, like when they're awake, obviously when we're awake, like it's always like important to have them like there supporting you, because like at the end of the day, like if all else fails, they're the people that are still going to love you and support you no matter what you do.
No, same type of thing. It's been like great. Obviously, coming over here, you get a bit of independence from them. But when I was at my old school and I wanted to change, they would jump straight on to like help me through that entire process of finding a school and like the right place to go. And they're just like, they're always just great to have someone you can talk to outside of basketball. Because here, like the whole school, the whole like everybody you see is so basketball, it's so the same thing, the same people. But just to get an outside perspective can be so like refreshing sometimes as well.
Do either of you have like anything that you want to, I guess, learn from your basketball journeys moving forward?
For me, is like one of my goals is like just reaching the highest level possible that I can, and then eventually like giving back to the community that gave to me. So like through coaching, like that's something that I would love to do.
Mm-hmm. And kind of same thing. I just like obviously I've loved it so much. I'm a big advocate for like young, like for everybody getting into a sport. I think being in like that group, like a team group or whatever, is so good. It's just like an outlet, and I just think that's a great thing for everyone to get into. So like the same, like just pushing for people to join a sport. Like basketball's given me so much. I'd just be happy to like let people know that and see where it can take them to.
Throughout your basketball journey, I'm assuming you've had some amazing coaches throughout. Um, is there one particular one that stands out the most that helped your basketball journey get to college?
I have Shelley Bates. She was my first state coach. She then coached me at Rep. And she was just like she's an amazing person, love her. She kept me in school the last couple of years. I struggled in year 12 because of COVID and all that. And she told me to stay in, just finish it out. And then obviously getting my HSC, what's it called? My ATAR and stuff, like finishing school properly, it made the transition to college like infinitely easier. Like she's just been a great person the whole time I've known her, and she's also an amazing coach, and she really like fueled like a love for the game. So yeah.
I don't know. For me, like I've had so many like good coaches growing up, like Jody Bell, Jason Joins, Damien Weeks, Simon Pritchard, Monica Bello. Like I've had so many, like I can't just pick one person because they've all been great and they've all helped me get to like where I am today.
What will be your advice to people that should follow the team and watch your games, which I think is on ESPN Plus, all your games?
I would just tell them to hop on and watch because like it's like honestly like our team is like the way we play is a lot different to how I feel like we play back home in Australia and especially a few other teams here in America. And like getting used to like different styles and eventually like people back home who want to come and play here, like if you watch our games, like you'll know like how different it can be and like the different things that they probably need to learn before coming over here to play.
So we'll finish with a couple light-hearted questions. The first one is, who's the comedian, the best singer, and the best dancer on the team?
Ooh, comedian. It's me. I'm also the best singer.
Yeah, that's true.
The best dancer would be probably like Vic or something.
Yeah,
Probably Vic, or I'm sure Mariah can dance.
Yeah,
like
the TikTokers, basically.
Yeah, the TikTokers. Yeah, that's so true.
Okay, on that, has any of your teammates roped you into their TikTok dance?
Maddie's been trying for a long time. She really wants to get a good TikTok out of me, and we have not produced one yet. But I don't think they will ever beat one of me. I'm not a dancer.
Yeah, that's not me either.
Now, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual, or do you have a new one that might be coming out of the woodwork this year?
Go ahead, Amy.
Yeah, so my list is quite long actually. So it all starts in the bus, listening to a playlist, a specific playlist that I created. And then I have to have two pieces of gum in my mouth in the bus. And then once I hop off, I set up like we'll go into the locker room, I'll set up the chair a specific way of how I like it. I'm not gonna go into much detail about that one. And then I'll sit down, I'll play a little game of what is it? Sudoku. I'll play a game of Sudoku. I have to complete it, I have to finish it, otherwise I'm gonna play bad if I don't win. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I got no ritual. Put my shoes on. Go ahead, stand on the court.
Sorry, Amy, I'm fascinated about the seat arrangement. So what seat arrangement do you do when you get to the locker room?
Okay, so the handles are uniform. I'll normally put my backpack behind the chair. I'll take my travel shoes off, I'll put them underneath the chair, then I'll put my basketball shoes in front of the chair, and then I'll put, what is it? Go first. I think my shorts go first on like the back of the chair, then my undershirt, then my playing shirt, and then I'll get dressed in that order and then put my shoes on. And yeah. And I have to fold all my travel clothes and put it behind the chair too. Yeah.
That's gonna say that's not too bad.
It's not like terrible.
But, sorry, but I've got to ask, how does your teammates think of this arrangement? And considering Yasmin's right next to you, what do you think of that?
I go in the locker room and I throw my shit around. I throw my stuff around, and Amy's always sat there quite calmly doing a Sudoku. I see that part, and she always got her headphones in, but I'd never noticed the whole chair situation.
No one's ever commented actually, like no one's commented about it, but I'm sure.
They probably have their own ritual they're
Yeah.
doing.
No,
I just
honestly.
never noticed it. All in our own worlds.
Yeah.
How's the Aussie accent going around your teammates? Even though mine, I think both you might have lost a bit of the Aussie accent by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've lost mine a little bit.
Yeah.
I think coming in, people always used to say I had like the strongest accent, but it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly.
I never had the strongest, but sometimes it comes out when I'm like excited or something.
Yeah,
and
yelling.
it really comes. Yeah, it quite comes out. People will comment then, but other than that, I think I'm just quite normal spoken.
Yeah.
Now, the question I always ask, and I've asked both you this question before last year, which is, have you convinced any of your teammates to join you down in Australia eventually? That's the first part of the question.
Oh yeah, I've got Riley. She's had to medically retire this year, but she's coming to live with me. Everybody's coming for a holiday.
Yeah.
Maddie said she's already coming for a week and in the winter. I offer my house up every time. People are happy to come.
Now, the second part, which I just realised by looking at your roster, you've got, other than yourselves, you've got quite a few internationals on your team, especially Europeans. How they fit into the team?
I feel like our team is so very like diverse. So many like people from different countries, like even from like well, mainly from Texas, I think.
Yeah, within the
Yeah.
Americans, a lot of Texans, a couple of hires, Oklahoma, and then
Yeah.
and
And
then it's
then
just outside the US.
Yeah, and I think like the team has been like that for so long. It's just like it's just normal for us. Like I think if you're coming in as an American, it would be a bit of a shock, but for like the internationals, like the Europeans, us, like it's just honestly normal for us.
Yeah.
And are you planning to like go to Sweden or Luxembourg or Northern Ireland or Sweden like your other four companions?
Planning on going a whole tour when I have the money. When that money comes around, I'm going everywhere. Till then.
Yep, I'm in the same boat.
Obviously, Halloween just happened yesterday. Did you do any Halloween dressed up or anything like that at practice this week?
No, I think we're the only team on campus that did it.
Yeah.
But Thursday was also our off day, like Halloween day. We didn't have any practice or anything, so I'll take that. But yeah, no, I don't even think anybody went out. She went out for Halloween, but nobody else did.
I went trick-or-treating. It was my first time. I had to go. I couldn't knock it back. Yeah.
Okay, Amy, who did you do trick-or-treating with and did you dress up?
Trick-or-treated with some friends and I dressed up as the Subway Surfers. You know the game Subway Surfer? Yeah, I dressed up as a character, yeah. I rocked it, can I just say? I'm
I know that game really well. So I think I have an idea what character you went in. So do either of you have a pump up song and has it changed?
I don't have a pump up song, I just have my pump up playlist.
And I really don't either. Just whatever's playing. I'm not much of a music person, I've come to realize. I'll listen to anything, so anything's a pump up song to me.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for getting up some of your time to join us. Obviously, you're only a couple of days away to playing your first game of the season, which is obviously the non-conference play against TCU at Fort Worth, and then obviously you're heading off to Texas Tech on Thursday. Hopefully we'll be cheering for you from here, but obviously back home as well when we return back to Australia. And hopefully all goes well for the Huskies, and hopefully we'll get to chat with both of you somewhere down the track.
Thank you so much for having us.
No worries, and that's Amy and Yasmin. They join us from the HCU Huskies women's basketball team. Of course, you can check out their game on ESPN Plus, which is on Tuesday their time, Wednesday back home. Of course, if you want to get involved there, there's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.